Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Cottalese, and I'm the Program Director for Baby University. We wanted to welcome you today to our car seat safety orientation. This is part one. We will do a car seat training through Zoom, and we will record the session so that people that could not attend this morning will still be able to view the recording later. And then part two, of course, is our car seat event, which is tomorrow, October 9th at the zoo. So I would like to next also introduce Lachey Rockymore. She is our outreach coordinator, and she will be providing the safety orientation for today.
Hello, thank you again, Liz. My name is Lachey Rockymore, and I am the outreach coordinator. So I have the honor of coordinating events for you guys. So yeah, we'll jump right into orientation. So today's orientation is in place of your training that you will receive tomorrow with the car seats. So it will just give you a brief overview of what we will be doing tomorrow, so you'll have a little knowledge prior to. And of course, always feel free to ask questions with your tech if needed. Our learning goals will be to increase your use of car seat safety and the best practices, and also to reduce the risk of injury. When we mention to increase your use of car seats safety and the best practices, we are focusing on 5 areas. That is selection, direction, location, installation, and harnessing. Selection, of course, talks more about the age, height, and weight development for the car seat. Direction tells us, of course, what is the best direction for the child, whether that's front-facing, rear-facing, or booster. Location tells us the safest position in the car to install the car seat. Installation talks about the latch system and how to, of course, secure your child into the car seat and also into the car. And harnessing is the 2 straps that we secure the child in the car seat with, and we'll talk about what that looks like and how to actually move those harnessings. We have a decrease, of course, our goal is to decrease the risk of injury. We want to understand the dangers and practices and why they are danger. For our infants and babies that are in car seats. And we'd also like to talk about the safe practices to prevent any further injuries. And also we will look at the airbag effects and how the airbags also are affected by the car seats, and how we do not want to reuse any car seats that may be in any wrecks. And also, of course, that will go into how we detect what an unsafe car seat and booster seat looks like, and also how to dispose of those car seats when needed. Seat should be in good condition. And when we mention that, it should not be expired, no recalls, and safety straps should be intact. And always be sure to choose the right car seat. And when I mention that, you will know a little bit more in this video and also with the next slide about choosing the correct car seat.
Every day, millions of parents secure their kids in car seats to keep them safe. But many are not choosing the right seat or are moving their child to the next size car seat too soon. Here's how you can make sure your child is as safe as possible in the car. First, choose the right seat for your car and for your child's age and size. Use the car seat finder at safercar.gov/the-right-seat. Once you have obtained the right seat for your child, ensure it is installed properly and that your child is safely secured. Remember, as kids grow, their car seat type changes. Keep checking their size and only move them to the next type of seat when they have outgrown manufacturer size limits. Children under age 1 should always ride rear-facing in an infant seat or rear-facing type of convertible seat. Keep children rear-facing as long as they fit, which may be until they are 2 or 3. Then they'll move to a forward-facing seat with a harness. Keep them secured this way until they outgrow the harness seat. From there, it's booster seat time. Keep children in a booster seat for as long as they fit, which for some children could be up to age 12. Then, once they're big enough for a seatbelt to fit properly, you can remove the booster seat. For seatbelts, proper fit is when the belt lies across the upper thighs and is snug across the shoulder and chest, not resting on the stomach or across the neck. And remember, keep them in the back seat until at least age 13. It's the safest place to ride. Make sure your child is in the right seat today. Log on to safercar.gov/the right seat to learn more.
All right, so that of course just shows those best positioning for the car seat. And this is a really nice diagram that shows the 4 types of car seats. So you have your rear facing, you have your forward facing, you have your booster, and you have your seat belt. And the diagram also shows, of course, the ages in which we are recommended to utilize these type of car seats. So for rear facing, we are recommended to use it from birth to 3 years of age. Forward facing, you could start at 1 year old, depending on the weight of the child, and use that forward facing up until 7 years of age. For booster seats, you could start, of course, at 4 and use it all the way up to 12. And at the age of 8, you could start with a regular seat belt. We will, of course, have 3 types of car seats available for tomorrow's training. And this is just another diagram that shows pretty much the exact same. So this is the direction piece in which we were talking about with car seat safety. And this is when to move your child to another car seat. The video talked briefly about it, but the next video will also talk about it. But that's more so the diagrams in which I just showed you on the previous slide, but this gives you more of a literacy review. So car seat location, this talks about more so the best position inside your car to install the car seat. And one thing that it will tell you is to look at your owner's manual inside your car. So I will start the video and move it forward to like 1 minute so that we still stay on time.
Passenger safety, define the law in your state. Now that you have a car seat, where do you put it? That's easy, in the back. Secure the seat wherever you get the tightest fit. If possible, use the center of the back seat. Don't use the front seat. It's not safe for a variety of reasons, including frontal airbags, which can injure or kill a child. Let's move on to installing the car seat. You will need your vehicle owner's manual and car seat manual. First, make sure the seat.
All right, so that's car seat location. So just make sure that you get the best location. And I know most of us may have multiple car seats in a vehicle. So just understanding the best location for each car seat will be also something we will talk about tomorrow at the training. Car seat installation. This is talking about more so of how to install the car seat in your car, and we use a latch system in order to do so. So just look at this video.
Of all the frightening statistics we hear about child passenger safety, this may be the scariest. 3 out of 4 car seats are not installed correctly. Between the different types of cars and child safety seats, there are literally hundreds of different ways to install a child seat. That's why a different system was developed for installing child safety seats without the use of seat belts. It's called LATCH. Simply put, it works by using a built-in strap with hooks on the child safety seat, which attach to anchors in the car. LATCH is used for both rear and forward-facing child safety seats. Most belt positioning booster seats do not need to be attached to the vehicle, so they do not come equipped with LATCH. Any car made after September 2002 must come with LATCH in at least 2 seating positions. Your vehicle owner's manual will tell you if LATCH is present. You can also look for the built-in latch anchors, which are usually marked by a symbol or tag on the vehicle seat. Latch-equipped vehicles will have 2 lower anchors and 1 top tether anchor installed in each latch seating position. Convertible cars are not required to have tether anchors. Latch-equipped child safety seats will have 2 latch attachments that connect to the lower anchors. Forward-facing safety seats will also have 1 top tether strap that connects to the tether anchor in the vehicle. Lower anchors are small horizontal bars that are found in the rear seat of the car, where the seat back and bottom seat cushions meet. Top tether anchors for forward-facing safety seats can be found in different areas of your car, such as the floor, underneath the vehicle seat, or the rear window shelf. Consult your car manual for help. The top tether attaches to an anchor in the vehicle. Top tethers greatly reduce the amount of head movement a forward-facing child may experience in a crash. Infant car seats have lower attachments only. If your rear-facing infant seat has a detachable base, only the base will have a set of lower attachments. Convertible child safety seats have both a top tether and lower attachments. When installing this seat in the rear-facing position, usually you use only the lower attachment hooks. Some convertible seats available in the United States use a top tether when rear-facing. Check the safety seats manual. Forward-facing child seats use both a top tether and lower attachment hooks.
All right, so we will talk and actually show you guys these leather attachments inside each vehicle. We are asking that caregivers are coming with the vehicle that they use for primary commute and transportation. So we do ask that you bring your vehicle, but if you do not have a vehicle, we will have a staff vehicle on site for you to practice in. So no worries about that. Car seat installation key points. So while viewing that video, it talked about positioning the car seat in the safest area of your car. Always check for the car seat manual and always check your owner's manual. Your owner's manual comes in the vehicle, and you guys will all have new car seat manuals that will come with the car seats that we will be issuing out tomorrow. Car seat harnessing key points. Our ideal is that we secure the child in a car or booster seat. We adjust the harness and we ensure that the car seat is free of jackets, blankets, etc. With the winter coming around, we want to make sure that you guys are aware that you should not be buckling your child in the car seat with thick sweaters or coats. We are asking, of course, that you remove those things from your child before harnessing them into the car seat. This will also help reduce any harmful to the baby. Dangers of improper use. So this video will talk about a little bit of those improper uses and the effects of those. So we have 2 clips in this video. So I'll start it and then I will skip a little bit so that we stay on time.
In the United States, nearly 300 children ages 1 through 3 are killed in auto crashes every year. That's the bad news. Now here's the good news. Research has shown that a properly installed child safety seat can dramatically reduce the risk of serious injury to children in the event of a crash. When a crash occurs, a child will continue to move at the same speed as the vehicle until hitting something which slows him down. If he is not properly restrained, he may suffer death or serious injury. However, a properly restrained toddler will be held in place and come to a more gradual stop with the vehicle and usually avoid serious injury. Correctly installing your car seat, but here are some general rules to follow. When turning a safety seat from rear to forward facing, most harnesses must be re-threaded or readjusted. The best time to change the harness settings for your child is before you install the child seat in your car. When forward-facing, the strap should always be at or above your child's shoulders. In some seats, the top slots are the only correct slots to use for forward-facing children. Some allow the use of other slots as long as the harness is at or above your child's shoulders. It is very important to read the car seat manual for specific instructions about your car seat. When your child's shoulders are above the top slots, or the top of his ears reach the top of the car seat, your child has outgrown the seat and needs a larger safety seat or may be ready for a belt positioning booster seat. Buckle the harness and tighten the straps. The harness straps are tight enough when you cannot pinch a fold in the harness at the child's shoulders. The harness retainer clip, which should be at armpit level, helps to hold the harness straps on your child's shoulders.
All right. So that's dangers of improper use, and also how to install your child in the car seat with the harness correctly. This is also another video, more so about the airbags and the dangers of airbags in your vehicle.
Airbags have saved thousands of lives and prevented millions of injuries to adult passengers since car makers started installing them in the 1980s. But for children under 13, frontal airbags can be fatal. Front passenger airbags are in the dashboard and are designed to inflate and fill the space between the occupant and the dashboard to protect an adult in a crash. But for children under 13 years of age, sitting in front of an airbag doubles their risk of serious injury. Michael Nance is a doctor at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia who is an expert at treating injured children.
When a head-on crash occurs, seatbelts and airbags are designed to work together to help passengers come to a gradual stop and protect against injuries. But for a child in the same situation, the rapidly inflating airbag can pull the head away from the body, resulting in serious injury and sometimes death.
A rear-facing child can also be killed from the force of an airbag hitting the back of their safety seat. Never place a rear-facing child in a seat with a frontal airbag. The best protection.
All right. So we definitely want to stress the fact of never putting a child in a front seat, unless, of course, they are at age and of weight. One of the first things we do when we are detecting for an unsafe car seat is to check for recalls. It's a really simple website, a national website with the URL below. All you have to do is type in the brand name of the car seat and it will let you know if there's a recall. So always be mindful to check for recalls. Proper car and booster seat disposal. When you guys are arriving to the car seat installation event, we will be taking the bad car seats out of your vehicle. And one of the things that we will also be doing is disposing those. And when we are disposing the car seats, we are making sure that you cannot ever reuse the car seat again, so that another child could not be placed in that car seat for additional harm. So we will have staff remove harnesses, straps, and also cut them, just so we know that once we dispose them, that they will not be back in anyone's vehicle. Detecting unsafe car seats. This is the second thing that we look for is the expiration date. Car seats are good for 6 years. So we want to make sure, of course, when we're checking car seats, that the car seats are not past 6 years old. So here's a really, really quick video on how that would look in a vehicle. I think I have to stop sharing for a second and then share another screen.
Thank you for joining us for this child passenger safety education training. My name is Chase Weber and I'm a certified child passenger safety instructor. Now this training is not made to be exhaustive. It's not a using car seats, is that they are using a car seat that they don't know the history of or that they bought used or that it's expired. So Every car seat does have an expiration date, and it will be either in the owner's manual or it will be on the back of the car seat, and it will tell you when it's expired. If you cannot find an expiration date, average is about 6 years from the date of manufacture or close to the date that you bought it. So if you can't find an expiration date anywhere on the car seat, if it's older than 6 years old, you do not want to use it. Especially in Florida, it gets so hot that using a car seat for too long is really not good because of the stress and the heat that the plastic endures. So really make sure that you follow those guidelines and follow those expiration dates. We do not recommend using any type of used car seat due to the unknown history, whatever it is. We do not recommend anybody using a used car seat, even if you get it from somebody you know, because they may not know exactly what the history is. Car seats are typically only good for one crash, and then they need to be replaced. So even if it was a fender bender, sometimes people don't think that there was any damage to their car seat, but they may not be able to see the damage that was caused. So we do not recommend using any type of used car seat, even if it looks like it's in good condition. And then especially not ever using any expired car seat, because they are not crash tested to last any longer than that expiration date. Used and expired car seats, if you have one, they do need to be disposed of. The best way to do that is if you find a recycling facility that will take the plastic. A lot of times they will take it, but you do have to remove everything else. You have to take the harness straps out, you have to take the cover off, but they will take the plastic. However, if you can't find a recycling facility to do that, they do need to be thrown in a dumpster. The harness straps will need to be cut, the cover taken off. That way, there's no way that somebody could pull that car seat out of the dumpster.
All right. So I do want to emphasize the fact that we do not ever want to use a used car seat. I do understand that like thrift stores, and like Goodwill will actually sell car seats, but we do highly recommend that you never use a used car seat. And that's also for the safety for your child, because we don't know the history of the car seat. And of course, anytime that a car seat is in any damage due to a wreck, we want to make sure that car seat is disposed, so it does not have any harm to any other kids. This concludes our presentation training. This will count as your attendance points for tomorrow. So please, of course, take time out to check in and review any additional questions that you may have. Feel free to reach out to your specialist or to your outreach coordinator if you have any additional questions. Thank you for your time, and we will see you soon.